Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Jordan Berry out to punt on fourth down. Johnson to return it. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On first down, Griffin. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Play action. Now Griffin. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing again on second down. Griffin for Marshall. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Griffin. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. To throw is RG3. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Griffin. Flushed out right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. RG3 in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bats have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Allen now on first down. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A 1-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he returns this to the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. To throw again on second down, Griffin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Griffin sliding out of the pocket. They set up the screen for Henry. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Griffin. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Griffin to throw. That is caught. It's Chad Johnson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. 23 yards the pickup there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Griffin's throw pulled in by Marshall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bats take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On first down, Allen. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Browns. From 8 yards out. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Gano out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, throw left side, complete to Moss. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on third down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On play action, Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are back within a couple of the lead. Allen will try to throw for it. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
On first down, it's Fields. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. So that'll be no better than an incompletion.
It's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing. He's got a man complete. And all the way in And the Browns have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right, when he was
left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And that is caught for the 2 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Allen's throw is complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Inside give to Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Allen. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Hill to return it. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Lawrence. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Now Fields. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Charles, almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had... With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Bust through the tackle. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Lawrence. Screen play, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He's got room at the 30, and he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Johnson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Allen. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. A give to Elliott. John Lynch, Hall of Famer of the class of 2021, there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Allen. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the Hall of Famer, John Lynch. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Lawrence, and his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. But to throw again is Lawrence. Out to the flat here, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Now another timeout called for by the offense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, Johnson. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Moss. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs and hit